y'all, welcome. It's Karen. I'm so excited to be hosting our first workshop live on Facebook. So this is a totally new experience for me and definitely getting out of my comfort zone, but really excited to be here and share some exciting stuff with y'all tonight. So for those of you that I haven't met before or that I haven't had the privilege of teaching, I'm a full-time yoga instructor. I am based in Atlanta, and I, of course, am one of the ambassadors for Noya. I teach at a few different studios throughout the city, and I specialize in power yoga. So with power yoga, of course, we're focusing on moving pretty quickly, strength building, playing around, and really having fun with it. But one of the areas that we really focus on building the strength is in your core. So building core today, that's what we're going to focus on. Top 10 yoga moves to build your core strength. So I'm going to walk you through some of my favorite tips and tricks. We are, of course, on Facebook Live, so bear with me a little bit. And if you have questions or anything, feel free to ping them in, message them in, and I will get to them at the end. If we have some extra time, I'll throw in some bonus moves. So let's go ahead and let's just jump right into it. So one of the things that to focus on for your core strength is working on your transitions. So this was one of the biggest things that changed my practice is so often we get really focused on the poses themselves and just getting into the pose and being there and working in the pose, but transitioning is equally as important. So we talk all the time about the journey, and it's the journey to the pose as well. So let's go ahead and get started. Come to a down dog. For your down dog, place your hands shoulder distance, your fingers are spread out nice and wide, your feet are hip distance and parallel. Press into your palms, so you really want to connect the palms to the mat. Index finger and thumb are nice and grounded, shoulder blades wrap out, draw your belly in, press your thighs back and relax the head. So once you find that down dog, one of my favorite things to work on to build up to the transitions is extending the leg and drawing the knee in towards your nose. So as you inhale, extend your right leg long behind you. You're spinning your thigh in, foot is flexing down toward the mat. Take a deep breath in, lift the leg a little higher, and as you exhale, round your back, start to bring your knee all the way to your forehead and hold here. Come high up onto your left tiptoes, squeezing the belly in, and you're pushing into the mat. So you're rounding into the upper back. See if you can make contact. So we're going to move through 4 more of those, but just moving on the breath. As you inhale, extend the right leg long. Exhale, bring your knee to your forehead, rounding your back. Inhale to extend. Exhale, knee to the forehead, rounding the back. You just have 2 more. Deep breath in. Exhale. Last one, inhale. Exhale. Inhale, re-extend the leg long, and then place the right foot down beside the left. Feet are hip distance. Take a breath. It can be a cleansing breath if you need. In the nose, out the mouth, just letting that go. And we'll take that to the other side. As you inhale, extend your left leg long. Exhale, bring your knee to your forehead, round your back belly in and hold. Push into the mat, squeeze the belly in. See if you can touch here. And as you inhale, extend the leg long, just moving on the breath now. Exhale, knee to the forehead. Inhale to extend. Exhale, knee to the forehead, rounding the back, just 2 more. Inhale. Exhale. Last one, finish strong. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, re-extend the leg. And as you exhale, place that left foot down to the mat, finding your downward facing dog. So between poses, if you want to drop to an active child's pose, grab some water, by all means feel free. It is very important to incorporate that rest into your poses as well. So you never want to be in a place where you've lost the breath or where you feel like you're forcing your practice. So the next transition we can work on is taking the knee to the tricep this time. So as you inhale, extend your right leg long behind you. Exhale, bring your knee to your right tricep, high up your arm and hold. Really try to make contact toward the armpit, squeezing the belly in. And as you inhale, extend the leg long. Just moving on the breath now. Exhale, knee to the right tricep. Inhale to extend. Exhale, knee to the tricep. Inhale to extend. Exhale, knee to the tricep. Last one, inhale, extend. Knee to the tricep. Inhale to extend. And bring the right foot down. Taking that to the left side now. Inhale, extend the left leg long. Exhale, knee to the left tricep, hold high up the arm as high as you can, breathe. And move on the breath. Inhale, extend. Bring the knee to the tricep. Inhale to extend. Knee to the tricep. You just have 2 more. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale
inhale, re-extend the leg, and then place that left foot down, downward facing dog. Couple breaths here, or find your active child's pose. Really use your breath. Use your down dog as a rest. Slow it back down. And last one of these. I know you're probably getting sick of these kneaded no's, but they really strengthen the core. And you'll start to focus on it when you move through the transitions. So last one here. Inhale, extend your right leg long. Exhale, bring your knee to your forehead. Hold. This time you're going to lower your shin to hover the mat. So the shin is just barely above the mat. And on the inhale, squeeze it back up. And then lower it down. Stay connected, stay focused, lift it back to the chest, lower, and lift. Just two more like this, lower, and lift. Last one, lower, and lift. Inhale, three-legged dog, right leg goes high. Exhale, bring the foot back down. And we'll just take that to the other side, almost in a home stretch here. Inhale, extend. Exhale, bring that knee to the chest, hold. Lower your shin to hover. Squeeze the knee back to your chest, lower, and lift for 3. Squeeze it back in, last 2. Lift the knee to the chest, 1 more. Squeeze it in as you inhale, three-legged dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Taking a couple of breaths here. If you are like me, you are already sweating, so take a couple moments, maybe a cleansing breath if you need it. So now we're actually going to incorporate that transition, moving into a pose and start to build some strength from there. I know you're probably sick of being on your hands, so we'll come upright. But come back to your downward facing dog if you took a rest. And on your inhale, extend that right leg long behind you. Exhale, knee to the nose, rounding the back. So every time you step through, making that transition, step the foot between the hands. Come on up, warrior 2. Bend deeply into the right knee. Focus your gaze over your right middle finger. Relax the shoulders down the back and just breathe. Now straighten your right leg and then reach as far as you can. Keep reaching, reaching, reaching. Bring your right hand either to your shin. You can bring it down. You can come to your fingertips, or maybe the palm comes all the way down. So set up a nice strong triangle here. Legs are super active. Kneecaps are lifting up into the thighs. Gaze is going up. Now to incorporate that core work, bring that left arm long by your ear. Now your right arm long by your ear. So you're going to want to collapse a little bit into the chest. Keep rolling that right shoulder forward, reaching all the way through the arms like you're holding something overhead. See if you can send your gaze up. Just 3 breaths here. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Just 1 more. Inhale and exhale. Inhale, come back up, warrior 2. And as you exhale, spiral the hands down. You can just step back to down dog, or if you want to throw in a vinyasa here, go for it. Take a moment in your down dog. Regroup, reconnect to the breath. And we'll take that to the other side. So inhale, extend the left leg long. Exhale, step your foot all the way through. Between the hands, come up strong, warrior 2. Find your alignment here. Focus your gaze. Draw the shoulders down the back. Get strong into the legs. Press into your heels so don't grip the toes. And then straighten that left leg. Then you're going to reach forward. Reach as far as you can. And then bring the hand down. So maybe to the shin. Maybe you come to the fingertips. Whatever you do on the other side. Just take a moment, setting it up, really engaging the legs. Pressing through your heels. Lengthening through that left side body. Now bring your right arm long by your ear. Left arm long by your ear. Keep reaching through the arms. Tuck the left hip. Left ribs forward, right ribs roll back. You're here for 3 breaths. Last 2. Just 1 more. And bring it back up. Warrior 2. And as you exhale, spiral down. Step it back. Downward facing dog. Flow through a vinyasa or take it to child's pose. Just reconnect with your breath. Taking a moment, slowing it back down. And then as you're ready, you're going to come on up to standing. So you can step up, jump up, however you want to get to the top of your mat. But find a nice stable Tadasana here. So you're looking to feel the same sense of groundedness, length, in every single pose that you can find in your Tadasana. So really root into your feet, engage the legs, low bellies in. You can close your eyes here. Check in with your breath. Start to notice how you feel. So notice if you're starting to feel stronger already, or if maybe you're starting to judge yourself a little bit. Let that go. Come from a place that is always serving you.
talking to yourself in a way that is loving, that is kind, to trust your strength and trust your journey. So everything that happens along the way, even if it's challenging, even if you have to take breaks, it's all part of it. Every time you show up, you can do a little bit more. So trust into that. So we're moving on to the next. So what we're going to do today is standing leg extensions. This is one of my favorites. It's super challenging. So I'll show you with the leg extended forward first, and then I'll turn to the side so you can kind of get a better idea. Root into your left leg. Bring your hands to your hips, elbows draw back, chest is lifted. Now bring your right knee in line with your hip, flexing the foot. So you can see here it looks like I'm upright, but what tends to happen is from the side, we tend to lean back, so we don't want to use that belly strength. So if you feel yourself lean back, belly in, reach through the crown of the head, and then you're going to extend that leg out in front of you, ideally in line with the hip. Now bring your hands overhead, palms face towards each other, shoulders down the back, keep squeezing the belly and lifting the chest. Pulse the leg here for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, just 2 more, and 1. Release. Find your mountain pose. Close your eyes if you need to take a cleansing breath if you need it. And of course, taking it to the other side. So hands come to the hips, elbows draw back. Shift your weight into your right leg. Left knee comes in line with the hip, flexing the foot. Level the hips, squeeze the belly in. So find that engagement here. Lengthen through the side bodies all the way up. And then extend that left leg out, flexing the foot. Arms reach overhead. Squeeze your belly in. Pulse here for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, halfway, for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release. Finding your mountain pose. Slowing the breath. Checking back in. So always making the breath your guide. If you can't breathe, just take a moment. So the next thing that we are going to move through is eagle crunches. So eagle crunches are actually one of my favorites to do. You can do them either standing or laying down on the ground. When you do them on the ground, it's really nice because you get that traction for your low back that sometimes you miss when you're in the lower postures, as far as low boat or any of those variations. But we're going to do them standing today to add a little bit of balance work too. So go ahead, come up to standing. Inhale, reach your arms overhead. Exhale, arms are going to come out to a T. Cross your right arm under your left. Wrap at your elbow and your wrist, pancaking the hands. So if that doesn't happen, no big deal. Just squeeze your forearms together. It's totally fine. Bring your elbows in line with the shoulders. Take a deep breath in, lift the chest. Exhale, bend your knees, sit into your chair. Use your low belly strength. Take that right leg up and over the left. So you can rest your toes like a little kickstand or bring the foot all the way behind the calf, resting the foot on the back of the leg. Square yourself forward so your knees may need to come a little to the right, elbows a little to the left. As you inhale, lift your elbows high. Exhale, squeeze elbows to knees, crunch in. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, squeeze it in. Inhale to lift. Exhale, crunch in. Stay with it, just 2 more. Inhale. And exhale, really breathe. Last one, inhale. Exhale, squeeze it in, hold, sit nice and low, belly in. Try to lay the torso on the thigh. And then release. Arms come out and up. And we're going to take it straight into the second side. So bring the arms out to a T. It's left under right this time. Wrap at the elbow and the wrist. Pancake the hands. Lift the elbows high. Inhale. Exhale. Bend the knees. Sit low. Use that low belly strength. Left leg comes up and over the right. Resting the toes. Or foot comes all the way around. It's not so much a vice grip with that foot. You're just resting the foot on the back of the leg. Get your joints nice and stacked. As you inhale, lift up. Exhale. Crunch in. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, crunch in. Find a focal point to gaze at and keep that gaze the whole time. Crunch in. You just have 2 more to go here. Inhale. And exhale. Last one. Inhale. Exhale, crunch in, hold, squeeze it in, belly in. Try to lay the torso on the thigh, sit lower. And release. Sweep your arms out and up. Exhale, hands come to heart center and then bring them down. Samastiti, mountain pose. Closing the eyes or just reconnecting with the breath. So you're about halfway through here, but number 5 is a big one. Chair pose. We come into chair pose all the time, but what we see a lot in chair pose is this action. We're just sitting back, and you're kind of collapsing the upper body forward. So with chair, you actually really want to engage from your core. So you're going to loop your tail under and think about bringing these inner ribs in towards each other. So really firing up, building some heat here. So I'll show you what I mean. If you're back injured or pregnant, you always keep those feet hip distance apart. Otherwise, the big toes, heels, and ankles touch. Weight rocks toward the heels. Reach your arms overhead, palms face towards each other. Take an inhale, lift your chest. Exhale, bend your knees, sit low. So see if you have that tendency to kind of sit back here. Instead, glue those inner knees together. Loop the tail under and lift the chest. Send the shoulders down the back. We're just going to take 5 deep and even breaths here. Squeeze the belly in. Start to fire up, building heat from the center. Just 4 more breaths. Inhale. Exhale, sit a little lower. Take an inhale, lift the chest more. Exhale, sit lower. Inhale. Exhale. Last full breath here. Inhale. Exhale, sit low, hold, and release. Come all the way up. Samasthiti. So you've made it halfway through. Good news. But we're about to take it down to the ground, so it's about to get pretty intense. So go ahead and find your high push-up plank. So for your plank, your hands line up underneath your shoulders. So get those wrists right underneath. Fingers spread out super wide. Push into the mat. You want a nice long line of energy from the crown of the head, reaching all the way through the heels. So if this is ever too much, all you do is you just drop the knees down to the mat. Otherwise, you're lifting your kneecaps up into your quads. So the legs are super active. Reach to the crown of the head. Focus your gaze. Now this one, it's one of my favorites, but it's super challenging. So we'll see. Sometimes you show up on the mat and it's a little bit different, but have some fun with it as always. So bring some weight into that left hand. Reach your right arm out long in front of you, palm faces in, thumb faces up. Now from here, squeeze your belly in. Start to float that left foot off the mat. You're going to hold here for 10, 9, breathe, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release, find that plank, breathe. Good news, we got another side, right? So reach that left arm long in front of you, palm in, thumb faces up. And then as you're ready, float that right foot off the mat. Hold for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Find your plank. And let's just flow through a cleansing vinyasa here. Inhale here. Exhale, lower chaturanga, or you can lower all the way down. Inhale through upward facing dog or cobra. Lift the chest, stretch it out. Exhale, press back. Find your rest in downward facing dog. Cleansing breath or 2 if you need it. And we're taking it back to plank. On your inhale, come forward to your plank. Find that nice long line of energy, really firing up the core here. And we're going to add some movement this time. So take your right forearm down to the mat. Left forearm down to the mat. So you're in your forearm plank. Now place your right palm back down, left palm back down, so you're in high plank. Bring the left forearm down, right forearm down. Left palm down, right palm down. Keep flowing. Right forearm and left. Right palm and left. Left forearm and right. Left palm and right. One more round. Right forearm and left. Right palm and left. Last one. Left forearm and right. Left palm and right. Let's flow through a vinyasa. Inhale. Exhale. Chaturanga. Inhale. Lift the chest upward facing. Exhale. Pressing it back. Downward facing. Take a couple cleansing breaths here if you need. I wish I could interact with you. This is around the time where I would say, hey, how's everybody doing? So we'd love to check in, but hope that everybody's doing okay at home. I guess I'll see when I get to your questions. So we're going to bring it back up a little bit, get you back out of the arms again, and we're going to come through to half moon. So find yourself in your downward facing dog. Focus on that transition again. Inhale, reach your right leg long. Exhale, step it all the way through. Warrior 2. Coming up strong, finding your pose, settling in. Now look a little in front of that right foot. We're going to come straight into half moon. So take that right hand down, lift your left leg up, bring it in line with your hip, flex your foot. As you're ready, you can start to reach that left arm up. Now we're going to add some crunches in our half moon. I actually saw this on a Jillian Michaels DVD, and I love it, but it's super challenging. So reach that left arm long by your ear, take an inhale,
Exhale, crunch in, elbow to knee. Inhale, reach long. Exhale, crunch it in. Keep that focal point steady. Inhale, reach. Exhale, crunch. You just have 2 more. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Inhale, reach it long, and then just re-bend your knee. Bring it back up. Warrior 2. And on the exhale, spiral down. Step yourself back. Downward facing dog. Take a full breath. And we'll bring all that to the other side. So inhale, send that left leg long. Exhale, round to the upper back. Squeeze the belly in as you step it all the way through. Rising up. Warrior 2. Now focus that gaze a little bit forward and start to shift the weight. So squeeze your belly in even as you're transitioning, coming up. Find your half moon. Stacking the hips, stacking the shoulders, stabilizing with the right arm up. Now bring that right arm long by your ear as you inhale. Exhale, crunch the elbow to the knee. Inhale, reach it nice and long. Exhale, crunch it in. Inhale to reach. Exhale to crunch. Just 2 more. Inhale and exhale. Last one. Inhale and exhale. Inhale, reach it long, and then bend that left knee. Land softly, warrior 2, and then just spiral down. Step it back. Downward facing dog or moving through your vinyasa. You choose. Take a couple breaths. Take a moment. Slow it down. And then we're taking it to one of my favorites, Navasana, boat pose. So from your downward facing dog, step or jump top of the mat. Exhale as you fold in. Inhale, bend your knees, sit into your chair, come nice and low. And we're going to start to take it down. Come down slowly, slowly, slowly. Coming onto the sitting bones. Hands can come to the mat. They can be behind your thighs, or you can reach your arms out and turn your palms to face up. You choose. If you feel like you're hunching in the upper back, you might want to drop the heels so you can really lift the chest and the shoulders down, the back, the belly is in. So you can stay there, or if you want more, you straighten the legs. We're just going to hold here. Find your breath, focus your gaze, relax into your face. So this is your last one. Last pose. Stay with it. Keep lifting the chest, squeeze the belly in. You have 10 more seconds. 9, 8, 7, 6, you're almost there. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And release onto your back. Give your knees a squeeze. You can rock it out side to side if that feels good. Whatever your body needs. So since we have made it to the end, I am going to check in and see if you all have any questions. So give me just a second, and I'm going to see what is going on here. Let's see. See discussion. I think I just lost y'all. Let me see. Okay. Does anyone have any questions here? Can be anything. Thanks, Samantha. I see you getting people to come. Always appreciate you inviting people. Let me see. Sorry about this. Like I said, it's our first go round, so I'm trying to figure out if we have any questions. And if we don't, I see if you don't see the video, so I guess we don't have any questions. If you do, just of course post on the event. Let me check and see. And if we don't, then good news, we'll get to do some extra stuff. So I'm checking the main Facebook page too to see if maybe anything came through there. Okay, I just see people liking it, so I guess that means no comments. If you do have any questions, if you do have any comments, absolutely write them in the comment section and I'll be checking. But since we have some more time, I am going to show you a couple more core moves here. So, coming back into that boat pose, now y'all probably do wish you were asking questions. So, coming into your boat pose,
we're gonna add a couple sets of crunches here. So find that nice lifted boat, shoulders down the back, belly is in, chest is lifted. And then you're gonna lower to a hover. So when you lower to a hover, like I was talking about before, that low back traction, you really want the low back pressing into the mat. So you're squeezing your belly in. You should really feel this in the core. If the low back is lifted off the mat, a couple options. You can bend your knees more to find that connection, or you can drop your heels down to the mat. You choose. But get that low back pressing down into the mat. Take an inhale here, and as you exhale, come back up to your boat. Inhale, lower to a hover. Exhale, lift up. Stay with the breath. Inhale, and exhale. Inhale, and exhale. Inhale, and exhale. Just for fun, we're going to do 5 more. Inhale, and exhale. And yes, I know it's pretty sad that that is my idea of fun, but, you know, core work makes the dream work, I guess. You just have 2 more. In and out. Inhale and exhale. Come back onto your back. Knees into your chest. You can rock gently side to side. And another bonus move, one of my favorites, grab onto the backs of your thighs. Rock yourself upright. So this is one of my favorites, not because it's easy, but because it was really, really challenging for me for a very long time. For the longest time, I would push into the mat, didn't get any lift. Felt like I was doing every single thing. And it's the same way even if you work on like your handstand press or even crow pose. You try over and over and over and it feels like nothing's happening. But every time that you show up, every time that you do it, it's a little bit more. It's moving you in that direction. So I like to think of it as every time that I fall trying a pose, that's one less time that I'm going to have to fall before I get it. So try to keep that in mind. So you're going to cross your right shin over your left. Bring your knees in tight to your chest. Outer edges of the feet press down into the mat. Spread your fingers out super wide and bring them a little bit in front of your hips. Take an inhale, and as you exhale, push into the mat. Start to lift your hips up off the mat. Squeeze your belly in. Now from here, keep squeezing the belly in. Draw your knees in tight. See if you can float the feet for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release. Give your wrists a little shake. And then switch it out. So bring the left shin in front. Outer edge of the feet press down. Spread the fingers out nice and wide. Take a deep breath in. Exhale. Push those palms down into the mat. Squeeze your belly and lift the hips. Now, see if you can float your feet. Just 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release. Give your wrists a little shake. Last variation I'm going to show you like that. Send the legs out long in front of you, flexing the feet. Ignore my yoga feet, please. Hands are a little in front of the hips, fingers spread out nice and wide. Take an inhale. Exhale. Push those palms down. Squeeze your belly and lift your hips. Now send your hips back through your arms and see if you can float your heels off the mat for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release. Give the wrists a little shake. Okay, so now let's see if you all actually have questions for me. I see some things popping up, so. Oh, hey, John. So glad that you're able to join us, so that's exciting. Yeah, I'm glad that you're loving the workout. And thanks, Angela. Glad that you're having a good time, too. It doesn't look like anyone has any questions, though, so if not, that is it for me. I think I've given you plenty to work on over the next couple hours, next couple weeks, whatever's going on. But start to work on building that core strength and really focus, like I said, on the transitions. And when you're in the poses, focus on low belly, draws in. That is where your strength comes from all the time. So not just in the practice, but the strength comes from your core in your real life too, off the mat. So getting in touch with that, building your strength, and start to learn to trust yourself a little bit more too. So thank you all so much for coming and joining us. I see a couple more comments. Okay. It looks like people are joining, so I guess you'll be catching up later. But if you do have questions, feel free to post on the Facebook page, send me a message, and I will be happy to help. Again, it's Karen. You can follow me on Instagram at YogaKaren. Send me a message, ask any questions, and I would love to see your progress working on some of these poses. So thank you so much for joining us today. Y'all have an awesome Wednesday.